everybody, it's Miss Allen here. This message is really for parents to explain what the testing process is going to look like and how the return will take place from March the 8th. Now, I'm going to do a number of short videos for you over the course of next week, and I'm going to keep you regularly updated in terms of text messages and communication. On Friday afternoon, the pupils will be in their last lesson with senior staff, where we will run through the procedures for the first week with them, and also as well talk to the Year 11 about their GCSE grades. We'll talk to Year 10 about the importance of the work that they need to be doing now, just in case next year the same thing happens again, and certainly in terms of if GCSE grades and GCSE exams change. And we're going to talk through Year 7, 8 and with Year 7, 8 and 9 about what the school is going to look like when it is full. So the pupils are going to get a special message on Friday afternoon at 1:45, Year 11 with Mr Ward, Year 10 with Mrs O'Reilly, Year 9 with Mrs York, Year 8 Mrs Pottinger, and Year 7 are going to have Mrs Tasker. And I will be doing a video for them and speaking to them myself as well. But this is really for parents, and I'm stood here outside the marquee because as we phase the children back into school, and I just want to say, I know all the news says that all children will be back on March the 8th, but as I said in my letter, actually what the Department for Education have said is you phase them in over that week so you can make sure that children are tested as they come into school. So you will be given a time next week when we want your child to come into school. It will be Year 11's Monday, Year 10's will be on Tuesday, Year 7's on Wednesday, Year 8's on Thursday, and Year 9 on Friday. Now when your child comes into school, they will go to this marquee. So if it's 9 o'clock, they're asked to come in, they'll come in at 9 o'clock and they'll come to this marquee. It's 10 o'clock, they'll come in and they'll come to this marquee. We will then, with the children who have given consent for the testing, and we're being asked to really encourage parents to give consent to the testing. When those children who have given consent arrive in school, we will then take them to the testing facilities, which I'm going to show you in a moment, and it's not as bad as you may think it is, honestly. But the other children will wait here until they've had their test, and then they will all go into school. If it's a positive test, we will contact you and your child will go home. But just to reiterate, when your child comes into school on Monday, they know where these marquees are, so don't worry. When they come into school on either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the first thing they will do is they'll be directed to a marquee because it's open, so we've obviously got all the space that we can use there, and we will take the children who've got the consent through to get a test in the sports hall. The others will wait here with a member of staff. Then when the testing has been done for that group of children, they will all go to their lessons, unless they are positive, in which case obviously we will have to contact you and ask the child to self-isolate. So the next bit is in the sports hall. So if you have given consent for your child to be tested, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is like. We've been doing them twice a week since we've come back into school, and with all the staff have been in school since the start of January. We have been doing them on a regular basis, and I want to show you exactly what it's like. So if you give consent to your child to have the test, this is what will happen, okay? If you don't get consent, as I say, the children wait in the marquee and then they obviously go into their lessons. We've really been advised by the government for children to be tested, and I suppose it just makes us all feel that sort of bit much safer. One of the things that will happen as well is after they've done the first 3 tests on site, you will all be given a home testing kit for you to do at home on your children twice a week. I don't know the full details of that. All I know is the line that I've been given, which is there will be home testing from this point. So we'll go in, it's the sports hall. So this is where the testing takes place. You come in a different way. So I'm going to squeeze myself through this bit. So the children will come in a different way, and they'll come down to the sports hall, which they know. When they come into the sports hall, what you see is that actually the testing site is set up like this. So we all wear our PPE, we all make sure that it's well ventilated, the doors will be open, and they come down at a certain point. Children come in, we go first of all, Sister Arfan, so you'd have come in the other way right now, I've come in the wrong way, you'd have come in that far door. So we go to Sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, miss. How are you?
Fine, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. So I'll just take a test, please. That's okay.
What's your name?
It's Miss Allen.
Thank you very
Hand
much.
sanitize my hands. So hand sanitize. So that's done. Sir gives me my card. I'll take my card with the information on. So that's the first bit, but we'll guide you through there. And it's our staff, so you know. What happens then is I'm told to go to which booth, and I'm going to go to D booth. So we'll go over. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, go over. See, miss, I know it looks a bit scary, but these are our staff, and this is why I'm doing this, to show you. So what happens is I go over, hand sanitize my hands again. Very much. Hand sanitize my hands, and then what I do is I give that to Miss. I take my tissue and I blow my nose right now. I've decided I am not actually going to do all of this on video. I thought about it last night, but I do not want a million memes of me going around social media doing a test. There is some dignity that I still have as your head teacher at Failinge Park High School. So I will turn away, but you're supposed to blow your nose and give yourself a really good blow of the nose. What do I do next then, miss?
Sanitize your hands again, please.
Blow my nose, put that in the bin, sanitize my hands again. So that's done.
And I'm going to show you that this is your personal test and it's not open.
So Miss says to me, this is my personal test and it's not open, so
Let's open it down for you
So Miss opens it for me.
in front of you. And then I'll just show it to you. And then you can pass me your barcode.
I give Miss this.
And I will attach it. And that's your personal barcode.
So what Miss does, so I'll just show you for these purposes, is Miss has taken off the sample. I don't know if you can see that, Miss Malik. Hold it up, so you can see Miss is obviously covered. But you get a little test thing, my barcode's on the back to say that it's me, Miss Allen, having the test. Okay? So then I would normally take that off Miss. So what happens then is,
So you blow in your nose and you sanitize so you're ready to test now. So I will pass you your swab.
so I take a swab and I take it from this end. This is the bit that I'm not going to do on camera. But Miss Malik, if you just want to kind of see, some of you who've had the test will probably see those before. So it's that bit at the top. So what Miss will do is she'll tell me what to do, and you put it in to the back of your throat. There's a mirror that's here to help you. You've got to aim not to get obviously around your cheeks or your tongue. You just put it into your tonsils at the back, and you do it 4 times on that side, then again on the other side. Now, some people might not like that bit. The bit I'm not too keen on is the bit up my nose. So you put it up your nose, and Miss will guide you and say, oh, you know, just do it a little bit more, and you do it 4 times, you take it out, and then you do it another 4 times. Like I say, you can see the reason why I'm not doing this on camera. So that's done. So you've got that, and there's people here all around, and Miss, if I was a bit upset, then Miss would be supporting them, you know, in terms of doing it. But I know that lots of people have had these tests already. So I've done that. I've done the back of my throat 4 times, then I've done up my nose 4 times. And then I give it to Miss. She
takes the cells off.
So Miss puts some extraction fluid in a tiny test tube which takes the cells off. I put that into there, okay? And Miss takes it off me. What I do then is I clean the area again, just, you know, as we do in class, and we've got to remember these are the things that we do in class anyway. before we leave our classrooms, we always, all of us, and we've got really good at this, we always spray that area and we always clean it before we roll. So you'll do the same here. You'll sanitise your hands again, and then that's me done. So then we walk up to the gym. Okay, and we'll go there and we'll do the next bit of the video. So this area is actually just going to be the place where you wait for your test results. All this will be gone by the end of this week. This is where we've been doing the testing in school for the staff, but obviously with far more children coming back and being tested, we've had to put more bays into place. But you'll come in here and there'll be a desk and a table, and we're going to have some work for you to do while you're waiting, and an opportunity for you just to kind of get back in the zone of various things, and you're waiting here until your results of your test come through. Now we've been asked to do three tests between 3 and 5 days apart. That's what we've been asked to do, and then following that, what will happen is that you will do your own testing. So the 3 tests, if you give consent for your child to have a test over the next 2 weeks, so from March the 8th and the week after, there'll be 3 tests that we do with them. We've just got to work out the logistics at the moment of getting the 2nd and 3rd test done. So if you can imagine, I've got 270 in each year, I've got 280 in year 7. It's quite a lot of people to actually get through the testing side. I don't want parents to be worried about this. I don't want you to be worried about your data. I understand that many people may be thinking that actually school is not a place for doing testing. It's something that we've been asked to do. It's something that the government have said in terms of getting children back into schools. That's what they want to happen. But at the end of the day, it's your choice in terms of giving that consent. The only thing that I will say is for us to be able to manage it effectively, as you can see, in terms of getting the children into school. That's why we phased it in over the course of that first week, just so that we can manage it in a way that is sensible. What will happen is if you're in year 11 and you're in on the Monday, you won't have any online lessons on that day. So you'll be marked, your attendance will be marked as if you attended. You won't have any online lessons during that day, just because of the way that the day has to be set up. As soon as you've done your test, you go to your lessons and you have your normal lessons there with your teachers. Years 7, 8, 9 and 10 on the Monday will all have online lessons. On the Tuesday when year 10 come in, year 10 will come in for their tests, and obviously if they're negative, then they go to their lessons. What happens then is year 10s don't have online learning on the Tuesday. I'm sorry, this is so confusing, isn't it, for you? I'm going to start again. We've had to manage the online testing, and we've had to manage the online learning with the expectation that we test the whole school. So if you're not in school, so if it's not your day to be tested, you have online learning. If it's your day that you're being tested, you have face-to-face and you stay in school for the rest of the week. So once year 11 come in on that Monday, they will then be in school for the rest of that week. But they don't go straight to their lessons, they go to their marquee. Now, I'm sorry I got very confused first of all trying to describe that. It's obviously quite a lot to kind of explain, and whilst I may know what's going on in my head, it's making sure that I explain it in such a way to parents that it makes sense. So on Monday, March the 8th, year 7, 8, 9, 10, all log on as normal for their online lessons. Year 11 will be invited in to come in at a specific time, and you'll get told next week what your time is. Once you're in, you stay in school. And you stay in school then for the rest of the week, and that's your return to school done. If you're year 7, for example, you do your online lessons on a Monday and Tuesday, and then on a Wednesday there are no online lessons, you come into school. Once you've done your tests, you go to your lessons, then you stay in school for the rest of the week. We've got to work out the logistics of how we do the 2nd and 3rd tests, and that's going to be very much that is based around this, how many parents consent for the testing. And next week I will send you out letters about the testing. There's so much more I've got to tell you about returning to school, but what I hope to be able to do is just do it in a short series of segments. And you are always, if you have any questions, you can always email me at alanj@failingepark.com. You know that, please do it. Thank you very much.